Hello, welcome to another edition of From the Bars to the Bricks Prison Ministries. I'm Kev, your favorite felon. How's everybody doing on this wonderful, blessed day? Hopefully, more blessed than stressed. Today, we are going to be talking about prison survival and just what that entails. Some of the myths, some of the things people say, it's not quite the best of ideas to carry out. Some advice. So, without further ado, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment. I want to hear from you. Let get the word out though. Let's grow this channel. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody who has subscribed. As we hit 200 subscribers today, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, without further ado, we are going to get into prison survival. Look, the long and the short of it is be respectful. That it will get you way further than most. Be respectful. Don't, if it's not yours, don't touch it. If you heard something, you didn't hear nothing. If you saw something, you didn't see nothing. That amnesia is the best thing to have. Whoop. Nope. What will happen? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Um, in every case. Even it just one of your partners or something, yeah. But I mean, like inmate, convict, inmate, um, the little daily gossip and talking about people and crap, starting crap is just not cool. Um, so if it's not yours, don't touch it. Even if, say, you go into your cell, a 2-man cell or something, 4-man cell, whatever. You walk in and there's a bag of coffee sitting on the edge of your desk, or a can of coffee, whatever. Don't touch it. Don't move it. Find whoever it is, a 2-man cell, holler to Sally, and see if, hey, bro, you left your coffee on my desk, or, bro, not mine. I don't want to touch it. And because a lot of times, sometimes that's a test of your character. Because not just as much as if you're going to touch it, if you're new, if you've never been down before, never been to jail before, sometimes some people have a little bit of leeway, but um, still it's a test your character as far as theft. So if I put some coffee out there, I probably know how much is in it. Like exactly. I've got it setting away or something. I will know if something's been taken out. I used to do that. Come back, see where that coffee level was. Because if you're going to steal a shot of coffee or a couple shots of coffee or some coffee or whatever from me, what else are you going to steal? So that could be a test. For another, it's not yours. Don't touch it. That's just what you go to a store when you're a little kid. Keep your hands off stuff. It ain't yours. Don't touch it. That's one of the best rules in prison. Respect, respect, respect. And that even comes to touching people's stuff. Um, don't be a bully that go run in and hit the biggest dude on the yard, this and that. That's a horrible idea for a couple reasons. Um, for one, that if it's someone of another race, it could be a hate crime, and it could start a racial war. If it's someone that has an extremely bad case, it could be a hate crime. Not to mention, you don't know who his buddies are. That big dude on the yard might be the shot caller for a group. And now you might lose your life because you wanted to show you were tough in prison and make an example for no reason. or you get a horrible beating, or you spend your time in PC, whatever the case. But you, nonetheless, you respect people. If you're in a cell, a dorm, or whatever, it does not matter. You leave other people's stuff alone. Don't I don't be looking in their lockers and in their cubes, in their cells or whatever. There's only a few reasons why you want to look in another man's house when you're in the joint. You either want to fight, you want to fuck, or you're looking to steal my shit. None of which were welcome in my house. And it's the same way across others. You will have problems, especially from a lot of old school people. For some reason, in the younger culture, that seems to be the way and acceptable, but not for us old school people. You don't just come in our house. You don't look around. We got our locker open. You don't stop and go. You don't shop, window shop. That's no, no, no. Um, for another, you don't know what you might see. You could see something going whatever level wrong, and tattooing, fighting, fucking, uh, whatever, doing drugs, whatever. They get caught. They see you. You just looked in their house. Well, that son of a gun just went and told. It don't matter if the cop just so happened to come up right behind you and somebody wasn't jigging for him. You're probably going to get blamed, and you don't do that. And you don't sit on someone's bunk, on someone's bed. If you know somebody that good, you ask, hey bro, you mind if I sit on your bunk? And you ask unless it's someone like like real well, like me and Eric were brothers. Like I, I'm old and crippled, so I had the bottom bunk, and Eric still, hey, you mind if I sit on your bunk? I could be sitting on our only stool in the cell at the desk, and Eric would be on his bunk. If he can't want to come down, sit down, and talk, he would ask, hey, do you mind if I sit on your bunk? That's respect. He does that today. He'll come into my room or something. We'll be talking. If there's not a chair available or something, hey, you mind if I sit on your bed? That's respect. You don't just want to sit on anybody's bed either. If you're a youngster, I'd recommend being real careful whose bed you sit on. Be careful who you accept things from. Not saying everybody has bad intentions on helping you out with that cup of coffee or something, especially if someone tries to give you a bar of soap. Take that, because usually that's a really meaning they're either trying to help you out, just to keep you not smelling, or they are smelling you. That's another thing. Respect. Wash your ass. Nobody wants to smell you. Nobody wants to smell your feet, your balls, your dirty armpits. If you can't afford deodorant, rinse off a little bit a couple times a day. It don't take but a second. Find some deodorant. A lot of times you go around and ask people for a bunch of stuff that you're going to be kind of screwed. But if you ask some of the right, you can kind of look around and judge the right people and hey, man, I need some deodorant. Is there any way I can get some deodorant? And offer to pick up their laundry or um, something. If there's a tray you don't want, if you don't go to breakfast, offer to go to breakfast and give them your breakfast tray or a couple trays or something, whatever. Work out a deal to get some deodorant. You'll find some people that'll just get it for you. If I had the money when I was someone needed something like that, especially hygiene, yeah, I got you. Hell, I got a lot of homies coffee and stuff all the time. I don't care. It's only money. I got you. But it's treat others as you wish to be treated too, and on a whole nother level. Not just if you're used to being disrespected or whatever, just continue that or whatever. But racism, no matter what color, it's going to cause you some problems. Um, Albeit there's still some segregation, chosen segregation in some prisons and jails and such, there's still not a defined separation in Kansas. You will see on the yard blacks and whites sitting together or working out together and playing sports together and hanging out and uh, where I know in a lot of states it's not that way, but Kansas it is. The only time you'll see some racial divide if there's tensions or in certain chow halls and or in some facilities you'll see the separation. Excuse me. But for the most part, it's not. But it'll cause you problems. Don't be a bully, but don't be a bitch. You're not the toughest dude in the prison. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many people you killed, how bad you were in Vietnam or in Afghanistan or wherever or on the streets of Philadelphia. In prison, there's someone in there that's badder than you and will whoop you. Eventually, you're going to get it. Or if they can't, one of them, go ahead and pick on people and keep whooping somebody, a group's going to get you. That'll get you messed up. It goes to respect. Just be you. Everybody don't need to be your friend either. Everybody's not your friend. The police are not your friend. Now, I've never been one for the us and them attitude. I grew up with, I have family that's law enforcement. However, they still have a job to do. They're not my friend. You know, you can't just talk to them and all that, and it's going to give you a bad light. Like I said, I don't have us and them attitude, you know, and I did put COs and stuff like that after I was established. Now in Sedgwick County, there was some that knew me because my dad was a cop in Sedgwick County. My stepbrother is a cop in Wichita. Some of the cops knew me, and so it was a given. And but besides that, you know, you don't really just chill with the cops. And even if I talk to the cops, somebody's with me. I'm not going up there alone. We're not going in private. We're going to talk out in the open where people can hear and preferably with a witness. So if you got to go to the police, if you're new or whatever, you want to go talk to the cops to find out about visits or just something, whatever, however legit, it's a really good idea to do that whole buddy system. Somebody that's not questionable rat themselves, take up there with you and like, hey, just, and even if you don't know somebody, hey man, people will respect this that's been down. You go, hey man, I hate to bug you, but and I hate to ask people to go up to the police, but I need to go up and ask questions about this. I don't want to talk to them by myself. I don't ever want it to be thought that I'm talking about something, whatever. I like to have, which is I was taught to. This is the way it needs to be, and people are going to respect that because that's a show of character. You don't touch people's stuff. That's a show of character. You don't walk into somebody's house and on this when you're on the streets and start pilfering with stuff. Why are you going to do that in prison? Well, hopefully you don't. If you do, you got issues and you don't need to be touching other people's shit on the streets and you need to be dealt with. But you go to prison and start touching somebody's stuff, you'll get dealt with. I promise you. Um, it's you don't do that. You don't mess with people's stuff. You do not go up and tell some dude how good his mama looks. You don't stare at somebody's mama at visitation. When someone's a visit, you're a visitation. In fact, even if it's a homeboy, unless they acknowledge you in visitation and want to introduce them people, you don't just walk up to people and just start talking to them. Them are my people. Them ain't your people. And just because we kick it in the cell house of the pod, don't mean we're going to kick it when we get out. Because let's keep it real. You go in by yourself, you leave by yourself. Very often, or very rarely, does it happen that you continue communications with people from the inside if you want to remain successful. That's not saying I don't support guys inside and change and all that. And I try to help everybody coming out. But like me and Eric, it's not common. And for both of us to not only remain friends and brothers. Also, to support each other on a positive level and not on a criminal level, it's just not as common as it should be. And so, people need to keep that in mind. Stand up for yourself. Don't. It's prison is what you make it. It's can be well. I don't think you ever make it good. There's nothing good about prison, but you can make the best out of a bad situation and turn it into a good experience. Not a complete positive experience, but a educational experience. I guess would be the better word of that. But you don't. And if you're working on yourself to change and stuff like that, and people get on you, don't be mouthy about it. But at the same time, don't worry about people talking crap because you're trying to do good. Those aren't your friends. If they say they are, they're not. And furthermore, people don't like to see positive change and people doing good. They want misery loves company. They're not ready to change. They think it's dumb you're selling out or whatever. No, no, you're just giving yourself a life. Hopefully, nobody watching this will ever end up in prison. Statistically, I know it's going to happen. If you do, these basic rules, and as well as I would suggest, go check out my little brother's channel, Eric Swanson. He's from prison to the streets. There's links on my page to his, on my channel to his channel. There's links in about everything in the about section. Um, Go check his channel out. He's got some other tips, a lot of good prison videos, mainly prison content. Got a lot of good music too. Like music, you like metal? Go check out his channel. Um, Harvey Talks Prison. He's in Missouri. Does a awesome job at speaking about just how it is, not sugarcoating it, but not beefing it up either. Just telling you just how it is. Good people. Harvey Talks Prison. Check it out. Um, Aussie Jail Stories TV. Adam, good friend, good people, good content. Check his channel out. I think all of us have pretty much, and you search through and a lot of some of the other channels as well. They'll have content about prison survival and stuff like that. And everybody, of course, is going to have their own ideas and takes and stuff like that. But the general consensus, I guarantee, is going to be respect. Respect, respect, respect. And don't be a bully, but don't be a bitch. Hope you've all enjoyed today's content. Sorry about the graphic language, but this is just one of those videos that it kind of pops out and it just kind of how it is. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend, month, year, rest of your life. I'm Kev. I love y'all. I'm out.